tighter and curvier and crazier. So it's going to be a wonderful day, but we have an amazing local expert with us as well. This is Tony. Tony, buongiorno.
What? The first lesson is over. Just one. Come state? How are you? Excellent. It's an excellent day. It's nice and much better than 3 days ago. Remember last week with temperature over 110? It was too much. Understand that Neapolitans have never done. I mean, you bake your own pizza. I mean, you see pizza originated in Naples. See the pizza margherita? You know, they
Heard of it?
brick oven where you bake your pizzas. Guys, it's the best.
The water in the Coca-Cola, sorry.
Yes, yeah, the hills we're facing. That's the Sorrento Peninsula, all the tiny mountain. The islands in the Bay of Naples. Now Capri is the most famous one. The other two, much closer to Naples, are two volcanic islands, Ischia and Procida. Capri is a very small island, it's less than 11 kilometers all around. We could navigate it all in half hour. And when the Greeks settled here, when they first landed here, it was just a wild rock full of pores. That's what Kapros means. Kapros with a K. K-A-P-R-O-S. That's what it's named after. So we have Kapros and Anas Kapros above Capri. Capri and Ana Capri, as we see. Leaning mentioned in his letters. But just to go back to that catastrophe, you see that those pyroclastical current, those boiling mud that flew along the very steep slope of Mount Vesuvius at a velocity of about 60 miles per hour. Wow. Between 85 and 90 feet was the height. Temperature between 500 degrees Celsius. We were just driving at the bottom of the volcano.
I got good pictures, don't worry. You'll all get this picture.
Now, the volcano, whose name, the full name of that volcano is Somma Vesuvius. It's not just Vesuvius. But you will never hear anyone laying in full the name. I mean, even if you live in Naples, we just say Vesuvius. Milky Mountains. That's really, there's something else that we're going to see today. Giambattista will show you how they make their own mozzarella.
It's so
an ingredient for the pizza.
Best cheese you've ever put in your
pizza
mouth.
margherita in honor of the Queen. Remember the Queen margherita? Because I was telling you before that the pizza was a pretty poor meal. So it was one day about 104 years ago when the Queen came on a visit to me.
Oh.
See that down there?
Vertical villages.
See where the spines are? At the remains of the Roman builder of Sejanus. This is the name of the small village we're in. Sejanus is about 6,000% and more. Those Italians, see, only in the United States of America there are over 20 millions of Italians. This is 1/3 of today's Italian population. We have 65 million. It's a pretty small country. It is called the Meta, M-E-T-A. And next to Meta, joint to Meta is piano. First.
Helpful.
Yes, this was a quarry.
Look at that. And that's the other islands.
Yeah, that's Ischia.
The little roads. And it's a stiction too. Mamma mia.
Bravo, Mickey.
You'll see, and also these the Vespas and all this stuff, they just go in between and I'm like, Mamma mia.
Crazy.
That's just, crazy. Oh, fig
Look at the beautiful figs. Mamma mia, ragazzi. Ah, figa bellissima.
They have, they homemade their jams too at the farm. And they have a big jam.
See the background? That's the top of Mount Vesuvius. Can you see it? Well, that means that we're still in the Gulf of Naples. Mount Vesuvius there. The French church, which the basilica, we just drove past, just at the bottom of the last hill. See the bell tower? And along this slope, that's where we stopped. So you can see cars. That's where the drive is.
Cutting the side of the mountain over there. That's the hill we went down.
And Napoli. Bravo,
All right,
Mickey.
hands up, roller coaster.
Piano piano, Michele.
That was cool. Oh, it was. It was crazy. Even the horn around the corners. Oh my goodness. This is like the street near our house.
That's checking those mirrors. It's like driving for.
Yeah, definitely. You guys set your stuff down. On the back. Just us.
And then downstairs.
Yeah, you can put it at the tables or over there, wherever you want.
Okay.
It really is
Very hot days, right? Which is pleasant in the winter time, but not very much in the summertime. Huh?
Exactly. Oh wow, look at that.
Look. You see?
It's steaming. It's so hot.
Yeah.
So cool.
You have question, adventures? No? It's like a Play-Doh, that's right.
That's
right. Oh yeah.
Anything you want. Pressing it out like pizza dough. Oh, look, it's a bocconcino. He made a bocconcino.
Yes. Bravo. You,
Very good.
after you put it here, huh?
All right, everybody look up this way and hold up your cheese. Look at your cheese. Alleyway with all the cute little shops and fun places to get anything lemon. Everything lemon. It's all about the lemon pasta. Lemon. Yes, so we're gonna walk. I'll walk lemon candy. Lemon soap is amazing to use. Great gifts to take home. Souvenir gifts. Stuff for yourself will be in Lakewood.
You're not taking that phone in the water.
Facial recognition, exactly.
Look where you going, Bobo.
Great.
A little bit. They're the same height, but.
Back to Naples, okay? So we'll meet here at 4:05 at the latest right here to go get on the ferry. Sound good? Awesome. All right, to the little boat.
I still don't know where James is. Did we lose James? Family boat? Family boat? Because this boat alone is $5,000.
By a private.
So I said, all right, gotta do the rest. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. Amazing what they can do with boats. So just a warning, if you sit on the edges, you might be splashed a little. I'm hoping that the iPad case is going to we'll see.
Sitting in this meadow between two hills. Monte Solaro, right behind us, that's the highest elevation of the island. It's 1,800 feet. And Monte Tiberio, Tiberius. I mean, this hill was named after the emperor. And the willows remain still up here. It's one resident, it's over 20,000 square feet. See how close is the mainland? That's the mainland on the left here. So we
Wait for the printers. But I'll wait.
top, and as we look when the tide goes down, see the red color. The umbrella on either side.
Waterline. Beautiful.
Sunglasses off on both sides. Flame the color.
All the water goes down. Right there. All that orange and red, that's more.
Stalagmites, right? It looks like it's a statue of the Virgin. The Virgin Mary. See the different layers. Nice, huh? Very nice.
Have your lunch on Christina.
I'm waiting to see the Christina.
One more tour.
Christina?
Christina.
Who's is that?
Oh,
Oh, an ass. Ah. Probably. Yes. Oh my gosh, look at the water slide off the front of that one.
Oh. That's fun. Look at that.
Let's go use it. You know the little town that we were in on the other side? There's the funicular that goes up to the top. It's just over that ridge. So this is the back side of the town. So you can go up to the top and overlook. Yeah, you got it? Should I push him? No! That's for the flower, sir. I didn't do that.
Elena, go get in the picture.
Yeah, we had to all go together. We have to andiamo.
You gotta swim away from the boat.
Alright, everyone come on over here. Everyone squeeze together there. Where are we going? Your feet are you okay? Alright, everybody andiamo to Dusty over there. Alright. Everybody look at James. We're gonna come on over, girls. Alright, ready? Go back over there, there you go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, andiamo! Alright, bye guys, have fun. Enjoy.
One for all for one, to sing together.
We can rent this beautiful bike, so we do that mainly during the weekend. You know, this is a place full of families, of course, always during the weekend. And almost all of the Are you still awake? Or did you fall asleep? Not yet, not yet. Do you like my place? Let's see. If you want to stay here a little bit longer, I have enough room at home, guys. I can cook very good pasta, very good. I know where I can get a very good mozzarella and very good wine. Summertime. Yeah, we made it. Summertime in Rome, we drink always pretty much white wine. And this is the place of the white wine, you know, because
Your shorts, go ahead and bring in your clothes with you and you'll have an opportunity to change, okay? From here on out, no more dress restrictions at all. You can wear whatever you want for the entire rest of the day, and you don't need to bring your headsets, all right? Leave your headsets right on the bus. We don't want to hear Barbara chewing.
They ran away from Florence. That happened twice, between 1494 and 1530. In 1530 they came back for good, and that's why they commissioned the fortress on the left. Why? To be safe. They were scared. The Florentines might banish them again. So, this fortress was started by Alessandro da Sangallo in 1534, and nowadays it's just a place for fashion, for events, for business. It's very close to the train station, which is on the right, so it's very convenient as a location. And it's called Fortezza da Basso, but nothing artistic or no like museum inside. But going back to the...
Let's move to the side.
What? Why can't we have that in there?
So, Cosimo the Elder, the commissioner, was a man who liked to keep a low profile. He never showed. And he told me the lots of people are safe in sound building, but not too much, not too much. It's very geometrical, with levels, rough stones in the lower part that becomes movable. The beauty was inside, a kept light pilot. And the Medici's, when they left the palace, eventually they sold it to friends, the Ricardis, Aristocrats, very well.
This is called John the Baptist Square.
John the Baptist is the main
Can you be in front of her?
straight across.
If you look down, these are painted everywhere now. As you see, be aware if you buy something from the street vendors, illegal street vendors, you can be fined What's the name of the guy left of the door? Michelangelo thing. Why is he there? I don't know why. Because he was missing. And he won't be able to say hi. If you believe me, that's the that's the the blue. I have no idea what's the blue and the blue of that. That's a national. The Statue of David is there because that's where the statue used to be. That's a replica. So the real David, completed in 1504, years ago. He stayed there for 369 years. No, in 1870, in 1908, it's the replica.
Ale, ti ricordi?
Sì, è like the replica. too. American is something extraordinary. They're made of Florence.
Oh. Sorry.
And yesterday the scheme of the nice party for just 100 people, and the owner
That might have been the kid that she bought in the store.
the facade of the church. Can you notice anything unusual on it? Because the architect of the facade was Jewish. You actually think that it's a good symbol of unity.
Hey, Florence, no?
The entrance is behind the statue to the right. You see the arch? Go.
So, where do you want to go now?
The tower, they have a tour that does Florence and Pisa to see it. You come into Florence, you don't go into David. You do a walking tour, no lunch, get on the coach, drive to Pisa, go into Pisa, see the tower, and leave. Go back to the ship for the whole day.
As my foot's going on, I might be able to go now. Oh no, oh no.
But that's what it looks like. One side is dark. And the side has been lifted. Have you ever noticed once you drive in a certain patch of water, it's so still?
Don't go over the edge. shit. I don't know shit fucking okay.
go ahead and pass it over to our wonderful local expert. Back to Patrice.
So now you know almost everything about the program. And we will start to speak a little bit about Villefranche. You already saw a little piece of Villefranche when you were tendering. Absolutely wanted to protect the bay. Later on, we will surround the bay of Villefranche, which is really large, and which was during the Middle Age and the early Middle Age, and the place where pirates coming from North Africa were used to come to stop. With the automatic lights, but in the past, when enemies were entering the village, people were escaping through the streets. It was really dark, and they knew all of them enemies and didn't know, and that's why we have that kind of particular architecture in the village. So we start to surround the bay now. See the beautiful view with the tall, colorful houses all along the port. On the center, we can see a building with a bell tower. This is the church dedicated to Saint Michel. And on the background, you can see the grey fortress in which we were parked a bit before.
All right, adventurers, we see all of you taking your photos right there, trying to get a good view of the magic. So why don't we stop for 5 minutes? How about that? Where did you come from? Paris, Signals to Lyon.
Oh, the train just went by. You saw it?
What's that?
Did you see the train?
Yeah, the train just right there. Yep.
I sound like a big kid, right? Did you see the train?
All right, so if anyone would like a photo, I can take photos right here on the ledge. What?
Look at that guy swimming. You see that guy swimming?
The ocean, this is the best place for it, right?
That's a beach.
Is located at 1,500 feet above the Mediterranean. So actually, you remember that in the Principality is used to help them. For example, it will give you if you are a native from Monaco, it will give you an apartment and you will pay a renting fee, which is according to your income.
The actual submarine?
I think he said no.
You gotta be small to get in there.
There are things that I would say about it. Not many, but totally get it. I stayed there twice.
You did?
I did.
I was in Chatham.
Well, second time I requested when I got there, like, we did this already. No, we've already signed you.
I need to leave at
Yeah.
used to write the bottom of this cliff. Then on the right, all that part of the dust, and to create a new district in Monaco. On the background, you can see the big buildings over here with the arches on the facade. They are actually right section, and since the opening, it's a really important place for competitive, as it's here that we have all the important religious events of the Blue Mediterranean.
Is that allowed? Yeah.
How is he going to get that?
That's Richard.
So let's practice that again. 1, 2, then down and up. All right, all together. Ready? 1, 2, down, up. And yeah, kick your legs. Kicking your legs back like this. Put your hands up. It helps a little bit more. Hands up in the air. Like that. And don't hit yourself.
What was that, James? One more time?
Like that.
Oh, don't hit the chain.
Ma qui est là, celle-là.
Hij zal ondertussen niet schieten.
Heeft hij een probleem?
Hij weet wat hij gelopen.
Ja, het is een beetje uitgesleten.
Moeten dan nu nog hier een rijtje komen staan? Oh. Dat is een beetje.
Ik kwam dus met Jeff en dat is heel leuk, maar...
to land here, the day of the Grand Prix, it's 4,000 euros per person. Actually, we cannot see from here, but on the other side of the building there is a balcony which is right over the track. That's why it's so expensive. When I say that it's 4,000 euros per person, I mean champagne being not included, of course. So here we will enter the track. Just a little bit further where you can see the trees with the flowers. Underneath, you will see that there is a statue representing Fangio, and this driver won the race 2 times in 1950 and 1957. So we are not yet on the track, but we are entering right now on the track of the Formula 1 race. So a little bit further, and we will see the benchings, which are the bases of the cars, and we usually have between 18 and 26 cars. We cannot have more, and because the lap is really short, and it's only 2 miles long. We are driving along the district of the port. During the race, it's possible to rent a place on the balcony. Usually we put about 10 people by balcony, and it's 2,000 euros per person if you book it 3 years before. If you wait for the last minute, it can be 5 or 6 times the price. At the time of the race, prices are exploding in Monaco. For example, it's not possible to book a bedroom in one of the hotels of the Principality only for 1 night. It's usually a package of minimum 5 nights, and it's 5,000 euros per night without view on the track. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are arriving in pole position. The start line is just in front. Are you ready? Yeah, so Arnaud is ready as well. So Arnaud, go! So, just a little bit further to the left, we'll drive along the grey marble facade of the Automobile Club of Monaco, who is in charge to organize the race since 1929. Through the windows, we'll see engines of cars, helmets of drivers, but also some cups. So just here to the left. So the race have been created in 1929, and since that time it's renowned to be the slowest but also the hardest of the world. Here there is many elevation changing, a lot of tight corners, and overpasses are almost impossible. Streets in the Principality being too narrow. That's why it's really important to be in pole position. Usually the one who is in pole position is the winner of the race. If you look now to the left, underneath the bridge, you will see the little chapel of the Patron Saint. For gentlemen, you know that it's the curve of Saint-Devote which leads to La Rue d'Ostende, which is now to the left, this street which is going up to the hill of Monte Carlo. Actually here we are not anymore on the track, but between 2 parts of the track. As cars are used to drive along the street which is to the left to arrive on the Casino Square, then they cross the Casino Square, they go down the hill on the other side, and they come back passing the tunnel of Le Portier, the famous chicane, and then they drive along the yachts you can see here to the right. At the time of the race, if you want to dock your yacht in the port of Monaco, it's 50,000 euros per day, and it's a package. It's impossible to book only for 24 hours. You need to book for the 3 days. So I have to say that the day of the Grand Prix, we have in Monaco 200,000 visitors. And you remember that in the Principality there is only 38,000 inhabitants. To right, we are passing by the famous chicane, this curve, which leads to the part of the track, which is along the port, and which is renowned to be one of the biggest difficulties of the race. Actually, cars are coming from the tunnel you can see in front of us now, the tunnel of Le Portier. We drive through this tunnel, and it's the part of the lap where they reach at the maximum speed, which is about 186 miles per hour. But when they arrive at the end of the tunnel, and they are blind and they need to adjust their vision because of the contrast between the gloom in the tunnel and the daylight. So they need to adjust their vision, but at the same time they have to brake strongly to lose a minimum of 35 miles per hour and to be able to follow the chicane. Otherwise they jump in the port, and it's an accident we already had in the water. It's an accident we already had 2 times during the history of the Formula 1, and that's why we always have some divers to rescue in the case of an accident. To the drivers are arriving here, and they are at about 30 miles per hour. Chèvre d'Or, which is also a 5-star. So
I like one.
It's a bit surprising to have them at the bottom of the village and not in the village itself, but you will see that it's actually impossible to enter the village by car. So again, I used to check in here, and then they walk through the streets to reach their hotel. Like the reception, until 3 years ago, and James, I remember that.
Bob with the new again. I'll see you in 2 and 3. Thank you.
Pass out. Here, back here.
Thank you so much.
Eat. Manja. Oh,
no thanks, I'm...
No? Alright, please. Only a little bit of energy. We continue our way. But you won't regret, because you will see that it's gorgeous. Really. And it's really great.
It's marvelous. Good. What height? There's a wall in the cave.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Arabian Pirates. So here you can see that the gate was really well
magic.
You can imagine that night and days we have some guards on the enemy that 2 hours, 1 cup begin following the donkey path here, you can see the piece of the donkey path, and then I go straight down the hill in Esbord-de-Mer, where we drove this morning. And of course, 2 hours, it was enough to prepare the village to welcome them. So first, enemies were here, they wanted to enter the place, needed to
Christmas ornaments.
Bonjour. I did it right.
What? Perfect.
Like to pay me to be a translator.
Adventurers, come on around real quick over here. We're gonna let you guys go for free time in a second, but come on around the countries.
Rookies.
Oh, what about this view, right?
We'll make sure it's fluorescent yellow.
You can do me.
I will with you.
But yeah, so anything you like will be there between 2 and 3, but the big celebration tomorrow is at